Welcome students, welcome to the discussion of Daily Nuggets 13. This time the theme is entertainment. Now you may be wondering why I am calling this as an entertainment, because I have picked this from the Hindu newspaper, the entertainment section of the Hindu newspaper. And of course, it is a sort of review on a book and also the author of that particular book. It was in the entertainment section of the Hindu newspaper. So let me proceed. These were the 5 questions and the answers to each questions. So you can just have a look. All right. This is the passage. Literature passages are I will say that a bit more difficult as compared to other passages always, because and particularly if the literature or the review is of a person that I mean who is not Indian for us, that is. So the names themselves make the read difficult, but you all are now veterans in reading, I can say so. So you need to understand that any such thing which is a name, you can easily replace by something else, as I have done in my previous videos also. So let us see the passage and what are the key elements of the passage. So the passage starts with the opinion of the author. The abrupt mid-sentence ending to an audiobook of Nikolai Vasilevich Gogol's Dead Souls was shocked till one remembered that was how the book ended. So in the first line, author has given the opinion. He might be listening to this audiobook of Dead Souls, and it ended abruptly, and he was shocked. Then he remembered that actually the book also ended in a similar fashion. After taking several deep breaths and wishing ill on audiobooks in general, and this one in particular, it was time to fix one's glittering eye on terrible beauty of the book. Now he says that after a few minutes, he went to the book and start maybe thinking about it. So Dead Souls is a fascinating, accessible novel, bringing alive a time long gone by, and is conversely as current as today. So author is saying that this book is maybe sort of outdated also, and is still relevant in today's world. And this is what this is the line which he has used to prove or his point. I mean, this line plays the role of evidence for the something that he has said in the first line of the second paragraph. Then he starts the factual things about the book. The rich and colorful cast of characters Chichikov encounters during his journeys, including the sentimental Manila of the economic this. So these are of course about the book. Right, so we can say these are facts about the book. Of course, there might be few opinionated words also, but by and large, we call them as something about the book. Then this third paragraph, I think, is the easiest to understand out of all, and because this is again a fact about the book. So it tells you what the plot is around and what the main character is like. Then going to the fourth paragraph. Again, the first line is author's opinion. While the savage satire and dark humor is there even at a cursory reading of the novel, what persists is that the sense of joy comes with immersing oneself in this widely vivid world. So in the reviews, you will find such kind of word, immersing, right, vivid, and sense of joy. So all we can understand is that he is positive. He is speaking in positive tone for the novel. Now the next part is again the something which must have happened, a factual statement. He gives something that the novel was supposed to be the first of the trilogy, but close to is that as Gogol became more and more obsessed with what he perceived as his sinful writing, he burnt the manuscript of the second book. So something which is fact. Then he has compared this with some other book, that is the ending of Dead Souls, with some other book. And in the last, he has again given his opinion that why he could have used such kind of sentence. So things in yellow, judgment of the author, and things in blue, the facts about it. The content part, the content of the passage is Dead Souls book and its author. So it's about the book and the author. And what is author's judgment on, or the judgment on this content? He is saying that it is strange, but apt end. So he's calling that the end is abrupt, but towards the end he has given us the feeling that he feels that is how perhaps it should be. Author finds it's a fascinating book, and he has said this with respect to character and the wide scope that book covers. So he has given a positive review about the book. Writing style, of course, this is analytical. He has analyzed the book and given his opinion about it. Tone is speculative and appreciative. Now, once again, understand why I'm calling this as speculative, because towards the end, one of the very important opinion with which the passage begins also about the mid-sentence ending, and the passage ends also with that ending. So this, of course, is a very, very important element in this book. Author has speculated that what could be the reason for such kind of ending. So that's the only area where we can say it's speculative. By and large, author has appreciated the book. Writing style, as I said, is analytical. Now, let us look at the question. What can be inferred from the line, a word aptly uttered or written cannot be cut away by an X, about the book Dead Souls? So this line author has given towards the end, and with reference to the book Dead Souls, what can we infer? Why has the author used this line? All right, let us see. The line marks the abrupt ending of the book. It shocks the reader. All right. Now, I know many would have marked this as the answer because you know, it gives a feeling. If you read fast, it gives you the feeling that this might be the end. But understand, is this a mid-sentence ending? Is this a mid-sentence ending? Ask yourself, is this an abrupt in nature? No. So this can't be the end. This can't be the end. Plus, this is not the end of the book. This is written in reference to why such end is appropriate. Read it properly. Gogol probably left the last sentence incomplete to lead into the second book. Or, so this could be one reason, that he wanted to lead the sentence to the second book. That means second book could have opened with this sentence or something of that sort. Or the second reason could be he believed that a word aptly uttered or written cannot be cut away by an X. That is, he said that whatever he has written was appropriate and it cannot be changed. That could be the other thing. So the line marks the abrupt ending of the book. This is not the ending of the book. B, the line suggests that the book is perfectly written with no Xing required. Now, a scrambled option. Again, many may have marked it because of this word. But understand, the B talks about entire book. And you know, this line is used only with respect to ending of the book. So B cannot be the answer, because this is extreme, if we have to call it, because it is not about entire book. See, the line suggests about the possibility of sequel to the book. Again, a scrambled option. Now, this line doesn't suggest does not give me the feeling that it leads to the sequel of the book. Read it properly. This is his speculation number 2, that he believed that book, the ending is perfect. Speculation number 1 is this, that he wanted to write a second book, and that's why he must have finished it midway. So what this option is doing, you know, it is mixing up 1 and 2 both. So that is not the answer. I'm sure now you would have understand. The line doesn't suggest the possibility of sequel to the book. Actually, the ending suggests about the possibility of sequel, not this line. So with respect to this line, this is wrong. This is right answer. The line suggests that the ending of the book, though abrupt, is still appropriate. Yeah, that's why he has used it. So answer is D. Question 2. What could be the meaning of phrase terrible beauty as used in the passage? Now, first thing is to understand where is this word used. You may have to read it again. So of course, if you have read the questions first, then it makes your life much easy. So this is given here. Terrible beauty looks like, you know, a beauty being terrible. So two contrasting sort of ideas together. So it was time to fix one glittering eye on terrible beauty of the book. Why is he calling it terrible beauty? Now, what has he talked about here is the abrupt ending. So perhaps that's the reason why he is calling it terrible beauty. There is abrupt ending, something negative, but still he is appreciating it. Terrible beauty. Let us see. Something that is extraordinarily beautiful cannot be the answer, because I am looking for something which has contrasting ideas. Cannot be the answer. Something that is extremely ugly cannot be the answer again, because this again doesn't give me the contrasting idea. It gives me the degree of ugliness. Similar to the why A is not the answer, the same reason for B. Something that is true but unpleasant. Now, this looks a good idea. Something which is true. I mean, I cannot do anything about it, but it still is. It is unpleasant. So some truth which is unpleasant looks a good choice. Something that is true but also false. But now many students would have marked this as the answer. maybe because it looks like two contrasting idea, but this is illogical in nature. Something that is true but also false. Look at what he is talking about. He's calling the ending abrupt, and yet he is appreciating it. Abrupt yet good. So something that is true but unpleasant looks the closest choice. D is illogical. Something that is true but also false. What is this? I mean, can't be the answer. All right. Now, terrible beauty is something which a kind of situation that you cannot deny. It exists. It's a beautiful situation, but it can also lead to something going wrong. That is terrible beauty. It's a beautiful situation, it's a good situation, it's a reality, and something may still go wrong. That is what we mean by terrible beauty. Okay, so answer is, the closest choice is option number C. All of the following character attribute can be found in the book of Dead Soul except, all right, an avaricious person who looks to amass all the power in the world. Avaricious means greedy. So of course, the character of the book, the main character of the book is greedy, as he is looking to amass the wealth. But look at the option here, amass all the power. Now this is not mentioned, and I'm sure that many would have marked all of the above here and missed this word all the power. It's not about power, it's only about wealth. Now don't say that wealth brings power. Not necessary that all powerful people may have wealth, or all wealthy people may be powerful. So these are two different things. So we cannot say this, and that's why A is the answer. B, an intimidator who looks to exploit the weak and powerless. Yes, there is this character. It talks about a bully and the bully. Yes, so this is there, an intimidator who looks to exploit. That's what bully means. A character who gives advice but does not implement the same for himself. Very easy to identify, as this talks about the father. All right, so even this is given. So answer is option number A, which is not given. It's not all of the above. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage? Let us see what can be inferred. Author of the passage does not like audiobooks. A very tempting option, particularly if all of the above is present. Gogol was a non-entity and Dead Souls put him firmly in the literary stratosphere. Now, this is again given that the book put him firmly in the literary stratosphere. See, later in his life, Gogol started to see his own work in negative light. This is also given. So it looks like all of the above. But there are traps. Let us see what. So let us evaluate the first one. Author of the passage does not like audiobooks. Okay, let us see what he has talked about. After taking several deep breaths and wishing ill on audiobooks in general, and this one in particular, he has cursed audiobooks. Why is he cursed? Because there was an abrupt ending. So he cursed it. It's like your net connection breaking down and you cursing it. Does it mean that you do not like it? No, these are two different things. So we cannot say that. Next, Gogol was a non-entity and Dead Souls put him firmly in the literary stratosphere. Yes, this part is right. But the first part is out of his scope. Not given in the passage that he was a non-entity. What is given is that the book firmly established him. Okay. So it's given here. Put Gogol firmly in literary stratosphere. So this book put him firmly. But that doesn't mean that he was a non-entity. People might be knowing him, but he was not established. He was not firmly put. So B is bit extreme. C can be guessed, inferred from this line. As Gogol became more and more obsessed with what he perceived as his sinful writings. So he perhaps started looking at his writing and calling it as, or thinking the writings as sinful, and because of which he burned the manuscript of the second book. So C is the right answer. Which of the following word is not used by author to describe content of the book Dead Soul? All right. So the content of the book Dead Soul, author has not used to describe. Vivid, author has described it as vivid. It's here when he has given his opinion. Okay, satirical, in the same line he has called it satirical also. While the savage satire and dark humor is there even at a cursory reading of the novel. So novel has these two characteristics, obviously. It is vivid also. Cursory, many would have said that even this is given, but this is not given with respect to novel. Now novel is not called as cursory. Author is saying even if you read it cursory, it means superficial. So this word is used with respect to your reading and not with respect to book. So author is saying that even if you read it superficially, you will recognize that it has satire in it. So it's not about the content of the book, it is about the way you read. Fascinating, yes, he has called it fascinating. Also, let's see here, Dead Soul is fascinating, accessible novel. So answer is C. So that is it. I think that this passage, although passage was not that difficult, but questions you may have found a bit tricky, particularly the options. So, but I intentionally kept the option closed. We need to practice all type of passages. I hope you enjoyed it and understood where you committed mistakes. Thank you.